and then Cloud9 gets to go to the map that they want to. And Immortals even gets rid of Nimbani. So Cloud9 is going to have a choice at the very end of where they want to go. They're probably going to want to go to King of the Hill. And the only thing I would note, maybe the banning out Gibraltar is going to become more of a thing for them. Maybe it wasn't just because of them playing FaZe, but they did have some trouble against other teams, including really cool guys, where they almost got held on first point, even though really, really cool guys played a little bit of an odd comp without Reinhardt. On first point, maybe they felt like, hey, we didn't do so well against a lower team. We should take that out for now.
It might just be part of, maybe part of the team just does not like Gibraltar in specific and just refuses to do it. Gibraltar has always been a map that can really turn people off on it just based on how the spawns work, how second point works. So it's not super surprising to see a team spoil on it, but that's it. That is your pool. Hollywood, Lijiang, and Eichenwald. Actually, it's a best of 5, so it's Hollywood, Lijiang.
This is the problem for Immortals. They got rid of Route 66. They got rid of Nimbani, the two payloads they either didn't want to play or the Cloud9 was really good at. And all 3 King of the Hills are in the map pool, along with Hollywood, which Cloud9 really likes. Of course, Immortals actually really likes playing Hollywood as well, but Immortals has to win at least 1, probably 2 King of the Hills. They want to have any chance in this series.
Right.
Not looking good from the get-go. I have Cloud9 taking this series. I think Immortals will take a map.
A map. Well, there are only 2 King of the Hills, but just as a note of correction. So it's Nepal and Lijiang, then the other ones are Hollywood, Kings Row, and Eichenwald. Ilios just missed the cut there.
Just missed that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get people hyped for Ilios and not have Ilios, because I know there's a lot of fans of Ilios out there, especially spectators who don't have to play it. So that is out of the pool. But yeah, it's pretty standard, and then Eichenwald thrown in there too. If we're doing predictions, I would tend to agree. You know what? I don't know. I'm going all on gut these last couple days. I got Cloud9 3-0 in this.
Yeah, I definitely think it's within the realm of possibility. Like Slash has said, even looking at this and maybe not knowing too much about the histories of these teams, but knowing some of the proclivities of Cloud9, you feel pretty good for them on this one. Eventually, I think we're going to see this map pool get broken down, and maybe there'll be an active duty group like in CS. One day I hope that'll happen, maybe 9 maps to choose from instead of 13 or 14, I guess, with Oasis coming in. That's where it's going to be even more interesting, and then teams actually will be able to focus a bit more on that pool and actually make sure that's one is shored up a lot well, and also allow people to focus on pools. But Lijiang Tower coming in here, Cloud9 had their shaky points up, obviously against FaZe on this particular map. Do we expect to see the May come back in, or do we see Shorefall go straight to McCree, no buts about it?
I think go ahead.
I believe they're going to be running May, especially because I think Immortals is going to be running triple tank right off the bat and not a dive comp style. I believe we'll have agilities on Roadhog and Grimreality on McCree, or maybe Tracer. I think they're going to be doing May.
I think it is going to be somewhat stage dependent. The first set, this was the very first map. All I did was put my camera on Shore 4, and he crushed it as May, was absolutely brutalizing people. So it's no surprise to see him on this stage in particular running May. But perhaps adjustments will come through as stages move on. But definitely, I was just watching only him, and he killed it on May. I think we go to Control Center would be the map that he switches off of it.
Am I muted, boys, or can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. I trust chat too much sometimes. Oh,
see, now you know they have
trust
power.
the chat.
What have you done, you fool?
Mate, if I'm still casting, so they don't clearly have enough power. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here, mate. I'll give you the big tip. Let's go. 10 seconds remain. The red side is going to be Cloud9. And like you guys sort of pointed out, it will be Shore4 in the mix. Grim Reality, though. Well, we see that McCree really locked away, pushed out here with the rest of the team. That'll be good to see here, of course, and maybe no real shock to us here to see him on that pick. So Roadhogs for both teams, Reinhardt's for both teams, the Zarya versus D.Va. That's the real point of difference between these two lineups.
Should be interesting to see. A lot of this Grim Reality versus Shore4 is going to be a matchup we want to watch a lot of the time, and I think that early hook onto Agilities is going to put them in a bad spot right away, but Hype is able to flip it back. 5v5 right now.
Yeah, Grim Reality finds Adam there as well. Position is pretty good for Immortals on the point right now, getting the important pickoffs. Nomi's put to sleep, but he just stays alive there. Kai was forced back and not able to get the follow-up he needed. So eventually Nomi will get that healing once that Bionic Grenade is timed out. And a very convincing start for Immortals. That was a landslide victory in that fight for them, Hex.
We talked a little bit about hyped before we got into this match, and no, nothing, just a little 4K to open it up for his D.Va. Already at 80% on the self-destruct. He crushed it.
It was big. Cloud9 are going to go again, though. Back to the drawing board. Again, Rib at the 4. That first charge will be pretty important now. The defense matrix comes out. Doesn't really do much to isolate the Immortals, though, as Nomi's going to come forward. Oh, he's knocked him off. Rib is knocked off the edge by Nomi, and he comes forward now, making the most of that nano boost. Unfortunately, he drops down. Kai went off the edge here. If I'm not mistaken, it was a boop from Verbo. But either way, Grim Reality, now it's a tankless team. Sure4 and Adam fall down, and Mendo to 8th, and this is convincing for Immortals thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. Cloud9 did a really good job at disengaging off of that boosted Reinhardt. They were able to get out, then they took him down. I thought that's when they were going to swing the fight, but it was a couple really nice clutch kills from Grim Reality. 2 to bring it back. That's just too much to deal with. You can't fight after that, so this has been all Immortals thus far. A nice boot by Hype knocks Mendo off the cliff. Hype with another 2K to open this fight.
Beautiful stuff there as well. I mean, Hyped is going massive. We've seen some good stuff from Nomi as well there, even when he was using that nano boost. And this is 65% to 0. Cloud9 have got to wake up. They've got to respond here. We have this picked to be a very strong victory for Cloud9 ultimately throughout the series, but they are not looking good. They have a Blizzard, they have a Whole Hog, they have a nano boost here, and they're going to go again around the far side and try and force through that very small corridor.
Well, they did lose this map overall to FaZe, but they dominated this stage for FaZe. Part of it is you need to have control of this map for Mei to be super effective, to be able to wall off the bridge and really control the map, and so far they've just never had control.
Again, gonna go forward. Grimmiardi channeling the Deado from the backside, but it's gonna be a sound barrier here on the side of Cloud9, but Sure4 falls very early on. Self-destruct goes into the point, won't catch on anyone, but Nomi comes in. It's the one-man flank on the Reinhardt. Not able to find anything quite yet, as Agilities was left unprotected. Mendo does take his cut. Now backing away, it's going to be Verbo as well. With that speed, or with a health boost, should I say, towards his team. Hype gets desuited here. Graviton coming through. This should be enough for C9 to win the fight, but they've invested deeply. Forced to dig into the pockets, find everything they can, including lint and old paper clips, but it will be enough to keep themselves in.
It was the paperclip that really put him over the edge there. They do end up burning most of their ults, to your point. Rib is going to have his Earth Shatter, but it is Immortals with 3 ults of their own at the ready here. So what Cloud9 likes to do is get kind of aggressive here and try to pick them off as they get to come over. Is Sure4 in the correct position here? Actually, Sure4 is off that main now, not working with it. So a McCree battle coming in.
Oh, that was pretty. It's a 5-6-man Earth Shatter coming through. Kai gets 2 kills. Sure4 sets it up, gets the flash over the shield, and one of the more convincing combos that I have seen. Rib was providing just what was needed, and it was an utter decimation.
That was filthy, and I will say earlier when Cloud9 was at their best, a lot of it has been off the back of their recent pickups, and it was mostly Rib and Wolf going absolutely ham. Rib in particular, you see right there, that's the biggest Earth Shatter I think I've ever seen. That's just about as big as it gets, 6-man and a full cleanup.
Absolutely disgusting, Hex. Really don't know what to say, but Hype's going to work around the side there. Rip Shield is taken out. Nomi gets a big Earth Shatter, though. The follow-up is coming. Nomi gets 2, kills Sure4, and charges Kai into the wall. Adam going for a desperate sound free, but he gets caught in midair. He's not even allowed to touch the ground because Nomi sends him for a home run with a rocket hammer, and Immortals take it back in style. Very convincing for them, and they'll take the first round.
I will tell you why it's a really good sign for Immortals is that usually when they're doing really well, it's Agilities and Grim because their DPS are just top tier. Right there, it was all their tanks. Nomi at the end with a 5K and Hyped all throughout the match. Every time he was involved in a fracas, he was able to take down 3 and 4 kills by himself. So the tank play being at this level is great because you can't imagine that Agilities and Grim are going to be as quiet as they were on that stage throughout the set.
Slash your thoughts, my friend. Oh, he's eating. All right, I'll let him go to the next round. Sorry, bro. Okay. Well, I mean, Cloud9 had their chance and had their moment there as well. But again, the D.Va, that's the point of difference between these two teams. And Kai had a decent Graviton surge, but Hyped has definitely been outshining him if we're talking about that one flex tank player that isn't playing Roadhog or Reinhardt. So keep your eyes on that one and see how it changes now coming into the second stage. It's going to be Night Market here. Again, it'll be C9 in the red. It's going to be McCree, but Sure4 switching off the McCree, though, going towards the main. Good starting hook there. Nomi's caught out.
Yeah, it's nice for them, but Agilities is the bringing it back is gets Kai there. There goes Rib, so that's a couple of really nice kills. All the ready for Immortals, already fighting with a 2-man advantage. That's a 3-man advantage. That should be fight.
That's big. Nomi got caught out right at the start of that one there. He's actually able to recover enough. His team backed him up. He had the healing, and then he comes through. And again, Hyped and Nomi are dominating the scoreboard. Grim Reality, if anything, is a distraction right now, getting the flashes when he needs to. But this is I mean, this is incredibly impressive from Immortals so far. Hyped will position himself up on the sign from above, ready to pop down. Kaikai hooked immediately. You can't block a hook with Defense Matrix, but Agilities can't finish the kill. Now he's going to get nano boosted, but doesn't have himself a whole hog. I don't know what the point is in that. I guess maybe for a better durability. Perhaps there are better targets, but still. He's staying alive. He kites back. Kaikai has to stay with the rest of his team. Rib goes down to, I guess, a grim reality, and then Agilities drops in. Finds Mendo. Hype charges forward. Kaikai desuited there, and Cloud9 again are wasting away.
This is just a masterclass in tank play. Hyped went really deep there, and I thought he was going to be in big trouble, but used the defense matrix perfectly. Nomi got cut out early, and I thought that was going to spell doom for Immortals. It was not. Resident Team picked him up. Agilities hit a late hook onto Mendo, who perhaps should not even have tried the hook. He was at about a quarter HP and could not be healed at the time, but right now it's Cloud9 searching for answers. They have none so far.
Yeah, I don't know. So far, it's just been all over the place for them, and Immortals have looked so clean, so tight so far. Let's see. Wall comes up. Nomi caught off, but gets the Earth Shatter anyway. Gets himself 4. It's going to be a Blizzard, but already a heck of a lot of other follow-up there now. Not too many people frozen. Grim Reality staying alive for now. The hook comes in from Mendo, but he can't finish the kill. Goes for the whole hog. No one to really fire at except Nomi. He's in the backline. He just puts his shield up and says, "Come at me, bro." And now a self-destruct over towards the side. That also doesn't catch anyone there. Kaikai goes down after being desuited. Wolf eats a hook, but then Agilities gets hooked himself, and that's better. He gets a nano boost, this time with the whole hog combined. He's going to force them back out. Get off my lawn, he says, as he turns away with the scrap gun.
They just seem so much more comfortable in this tank-heavy composition than Cloud9 does right now. Cloud9 needs to go back to what works best for them, because right now they're getting out-tank played by a large margin right now. And it's not like these guys can't play tanks. It's just somehow the coordination is not there. They're picking fights they can't win. There's another hook by Agilities laid onto Shore 4. Completely one-sided stage, and Immortals, I mean, Slasher said it, they have to win these King of the Hills to be able to compete in this series. Looking good so far.
My God, Slasher, is your gob empty, mate? Have you managed to get your food? Talk us through this.
I have. I mean, this is what I thought would be the biggest issue for Cloud9, is that Immortals stacks up very well matchup-wise, especially in this meta. Hype has been doing all the work that I thought he would, and Agilities has more experience than Mendo does on Roadhog. And we've seen it thus far, and if they continue this style into these next maps, Cloud9's gonna have some problems.
Yo, this is not even close, guys. Right now, Immortals are really just moving forward and taking so much real estate. I mean, let's see. Let's just see how Control Center ends up here. Surefour now not messing with the mate. Straight to the McCree to start things off, and Agilities actually will be playing that one. So that puts Grim Reality over towards the Roadhog here. It's almost like there's some gamesmanship happening here from the side of Immortals.
Yeah, but the two key cogs are not going to switch, and that's Hyped and Nomi who've been killing it. Hyped starts it off by taking out Rib immediately. That is 2 very fast kills. Take out both tanks on Cloud9. Only a damage tank up. There goes Shore 4 taken out in short order as well. And already they're in front position here, taking over the point. 3 kills to 0. This Immortals team looks like very at home on Lijiang Tower.
Cloud9 are reeling right now, completely being pushed off this point for the second time, and that May wall from Agilities has been crucial thus far in securing these kind of fights. Now Surefour thinking about flanking around the side, but Nomi's going to be there. We see the entirety of Immortals move off the point. They try and set up. A hook goes from Mendo, catches on the Grim Reality, but he gets away with his life somehow. Aethan getting the healing in one after another. Hype did go in a little bit too deep, and that's Agilities being hooked out here. So much better foundations being laid in this fight for C9. But with Verbo finding Surefour there with shots, this could go either way. It will be Immortals backing out for now, though.
Yeah, Cloud9's finally going to take this point largely based on Kaikai taking out Hyped right away. It seems that they have identified the problem. It is Kaikai's diva, or it is rather Hype's diva, and Kaikai is going to focus him as much as possible. Kaikai is going to be at that Graviton soon. Got to be very careful to not get eaten by the Korean future vacuum, as ZP likes calling it. It's an apt description of the defense matrix when it comes to ultimates you can throw at it. Yeah, that's actually pretty good too.
Well, let's see. Wall comes up, Mendo gets caught. That's a big Graviton. That's a massive Graviton. It can't be overstated. But for some reason, Rolf now going to give his team the shielding and the healing that they need, of course, from that Transcendence. No shielding. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. Mendo gets 2, finds Aethan and Nomi now. A self-destruct goes down on the point. Doesn't catch onto anyone, though, from the side of Immortals now. Or from, should I say, C9, as Kaikai still on that Zarya. Good Graviton to start the fight. Storms out the fight long enough here for C9 to maintain control, and Immortals are only running a 3-man squad. What? Grim Reality gets hooked over one of the computer consoles. Even he types WTF in chat. I've never seen that before. This is getting crazier and crazier, but the Blizzard comes in. Kaiko's going to be frozen solid. Wolf can only look on and try and throw balls into the mix, but again, Immortals move forward in numbers. They have control, they have the point, and they have the fun. They have the fight won. I'm losing my mind right now, Hex. What is going on?
You just saw someone get hooked through a wall. That's not that he was outside the wall, moved behind it. He was behind the wall 100% of the time. The hook went through the wall 100% of the time, and then he got lifted up and over. Yeah, I think both of them know that hook is a little odd. I've seen some odd hooks, like, oh, he was outside, then he went behind it, so he got hooked around. That makes sense. That hook went through the wall. That was bonkers. Regardless, they do flip it back over. Should be about 65 to 65 the next time the big fight ensues here. Short 4 has that Deadeye up, a man with great value out of that Deadeye. It'd be interesting to see if he wants to roll around top and Nomi takes down Kai early. Cloud9 has to think better of even if they want to engage right now. A lot of it's going to depend if Mendo can get a hook here. This fight's already over. They cannot go in 4v6.
Agility's just won that fight. Again, he knew where Cloud9 were going to be pushing from. He just waits and sets up the wall. Kai got hooked in, and then the wall came up behind him. There was nowhere to run. Perfect stuff there from Immortals. It's 77 to 64 now. And Ultimates, well, there are 2 available for Immortals. They got an Earth Shatter, they got a Nano Boost. Shore4 moves to the Tracer now, trying to go for a flank on towards Aethan, at least get that Ultimate out of the picture, but he just bio-grenades himself, stays alive a bit longer. Cloud9 tentatively moving on to the point now. Mendo and Rib going together. Wall comes up though, and there's a Nano Boost on towards Nomi, but he's going to have to wait. Transcendence being used by Rulfia to keep C9 healthy, and the fight continues.
Yeah, Ethan able to take on Adam. That Earthshatter only ends up taking out one tank, but he gets counter Earthshattered by Rib, but it's hyped self-destruct over the top. Takes down a couple. The Blizzard should seal it out. It will lock out any remaining members of Cloud9. That is a 3-0. A dominant 3-0 for the most part for Immortals on Lijiang Tower.
What the heck did I just see? That was pretty insane stuff there. And Immortals come out very, very strong. And we talked about there being Nepal and Lijiang Tower in this map pool here. And we talked about how that might affect this matchup. But so far, King of the Hill map's looking good for Immortals.
So I'm going to have to backtrack on everything that I've said previously. So when I'm thinking back to why Immortals was so poor on these King of the Hill maps previously, it was during the dive comp meta, and it was during the time when Tracer was kind of like a de facto pick on a lot of these maps, and Grim Reality No Agilities really played Tracer at a high level, and Hype, who is now Aethan, would have to like flex in the Tracer, and then had to put another player on support, and that never really worked out too well. But because they are so good at this current meta and they could just kind of run it on King of the Hill,